Check, check. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Soul Power Tennis. Bianca Andrescu. Ooh. Just doing some setup. I'm here. Check, check. A little too close. Check, check. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Power Tennis. It is before 9:30 a.m. and I'm broadcasting live. This is the earliest that I've ever broadcasted. Yeah. Haven't had breakfast yet. I haven't done other things. I've done other things, but I haven't done other things. Just took a bite out of the Big Apple. Just had some water from my sippy cup. My hair is my hair. I got my black jacket on. I'm ready for you, though. Got to stay ready. So the reason why I'm here so early in my world is because there's a special tennis match that is going on at the present moment. And I've done previous broadcasts in reference to these two gentlemen. And this is what's happening now. It is Francis Tiafoe representing the United States and Felix Auger Aliassime representing Canada playing each other. Now, the reason why I had to bring this to you is because, again, Soul Power Tennis is about different, putting a different spin on. Let me turn my mic up so you can hear me much better now. Let's see. Oh, yes. So it's about, putting a different presentation on the nuances and the formalities of the game, the sport. And that's the general, the macro. The micro is we're going to focus in on the contributions of foundational Black Americans to the sport. This particular situation, neither one of these men are foundational Black Americans, but they're Black men. As the world sees them and classifies them, I'm not sure how they classify themselves. I know about Francis. I'm not sure how Felix classifies himself, but he's a Black man. And we're going to highlight two Black men at the top of the sport, top 20. One is in the top 10 playing against each other. It's rare. I don't think that there's been two Black men in tennis in the top 20 playing against each other in a very long time. A very long time. Maybe Gael Monfils and Joe Wilfried Tsonga, they were top 20 playing against each other, but that's been at least 5 years since both of them have been in the top 20 playing against each other, as far as I know. So it's rare, and they're both at the top of their game. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do several things, but the first thing that we're going to do is I want to introduce you to a channel, a tennis channel. Let's do that. Wishfully, you all have had your breakfast. You've had your water. You've had your coffee. Even though I'm not a big coffee fan. But I get it on some level. your tea, your pancakes, your waffles, your cereal, your fruit, all of that. So, nourishment is key. This is, if we were doing a proper like watch along live stream, this is kind of the format of what it would be like. It would be a bit more loose and informal and not a formal presentation of me talking about something, but more so like we're watching, you're listening and watching me watch and listen to the match. And I'm commentating essentially. And, you'd have the scoreboard up there. You have, different features, showing. And again, please make sure you like, subscribe, share, click the notification bell. And yeah, so let me do this. Got to get more people in this chat. Let's do this. So what I'm gonna do right now.
You cannot be serious.
Unfortunate for Tiafoe.
Introduce you all to someone.
Nothing's going his way. 15 love.
All right. His name is Cam Williams.
I'm gonna be lurking, working. Service not good. No worries. Peaches, we'll see you when we see you. 50.
Okay. So his name is Cam Williams. He has a very, very popular and growing fast tennis channel, tennis broadcast called Tennis Talk with Cam Williams. He's an Aussie from Australia. And maybe I'll do a formal broadcast on him and the other channel that I'm going to show you all. How about that? That would be cool. So he is one of the people who indirectly inspired me to finally start my own tennis channel. Now, when he started his channel about 2-3 years ago, I was having the same exact thoughts. I just didn't have the skill, the drive per se to start it. I was in my head about it. Anyway, let's listen a little bit to Cam do his thing.
How's the crowd reacting? Crowd's just cheering the points. As Big Four hits that out, 3 love, 10 minutes in, FAA. Doing what he's done against everybody. Well, doing what he's been doing, and that's just winning. Great match by Kezakina last night. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. 3 love. Now let's talk about some rankings. Because we got the finals race, that's fine. That's all up to scratch. But let's talk about the actual rankings, which is basically the same thing at this stage. If Felix wins today, he will be this close behind Medvedev. If he gets to the final, he will be number 5. And push Medi down to number 6. If he wins the tournament, he will be getting close to Casper Ruud going to the finals. In fact, because Ruud made the semifinals, he might actually overtake Ruud if he gets a couple of wins.
Dialpad has completely transformed how we support customers. It's built-in AI.
Which is kind of crazy. Because 6 months ago, he was like a fringe player, like top 10, in and out of top 10. All of a sudden, he's like, dude's going to be top 4 out of nowhere. Do you think Felix can win this in an hour? Maybe. Maybe. It's only been 11 minutes. We're halfway through a set. Fritz in the ATP finals by the end of the week. Nah, Fritz can't make it. Fritz can't make it. can't beat Nole. Yeah. Look, I would love to see FAA play Nole, and if the away, you lose to a goat. I mean, you get broken by a goat, right? But it'll be a great test for Felix against Nole, a healthy Nole, because I know the Laver Cup, Nole wasn't the same guy. He wasn't 100%, but I'd love to see Felix play Nole as this Felix. All right, good start here for Tiafoe in this game. Trying to get on the board. 15 love.
Goat, 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 goat. Greatest of all time. Is spelled goat.
Thank you, Cam Hart.
Hey, thank you, Fatima, for the 20. Appreciate that. I must have missed it. It came in it says it came in like an hour ago. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's very, very generous of you. Appreciate the 20 from Fatima. Jeez. That's too much. 15 all here as we return now from FAA. Tiafoe hits that out by a mile. This is ugly for Tiafoe. This is ugly. 15-30. Big Foe's girlfriend in the house, or partner, or friend. She's just a friend from work.
So that was a little bit by Cam. And we're going to do this. So that was a little bit. And show you this. Guys, I'm not even going to front. I'm sleepy. I am sleepy, for sure. What the heck? Hold on. What just happened? There we go. Okay, let's do this. So the other channel is a channel called Game to Love. And Game to Love is very much in the same line as Tennis Talk, a YouTube channel, a tennis channel that I've been tuned into now for the better part of 9 months or so, 8-9 months. And again, they indirectly inspired me to start my tennis channel. And they started theirs about 2-3 years ago. And they kept going. Now over there, we got Ben and JG. The difference between the channels is that with Tennis Talk, it's just Cam. He's a monster. He's a beast. It's just him. Whereas Game to Love, the main two are Ben and JG. However, they spread out the commentating and the broadcasting amongst maybe like 5 to 10 other people throughout the tennis season, the tennis year. They have maybe three solid ones three solid people who they go to very often outside of themselves. And then they have like a larger pool of, 7 to 10 people. And so what's happening now is you have one of their satellite commentators and broadcasts happening right now, and that would be this man. Hold on, let's see. Here we go. Tiafoe must have just did something good.
Good hold there from Tiafoe, leveling up his serve just in time.
On the board.
Yeah, Wayne Ferreira.
So this
very
is David.
accomplished player himself. And it like when I look back at tournaments and I see Wayne Ferreira with his flag and stuff, it takes me by surprise. I'm so used to seeing the current South African flag. Seeing it different is just a complete shock to my system, you know. When I look back at who did what back in the 90s. I'm not betraying Felix. I just respect Tiafoe as an opponent. Because I know that it was it was not a expected start by Felix to have a chance for double break. You know, that's for sure. 50-0 in this game now. We got it's not tie, is it? But welcome, hello. Oh, found another forehand inside out. It's 2 in a row. That one more impressive. He's way behind. Like just kind of on the baseline. Just ripped the forehands. Was not inside the court, really. He just all about the racket work there. 30-15. Oh gosh, what a serve out wide. What a serve out wide. Haha. Yeah, the late indoor hardcore form. 40-15. What a lovely ace out wide from Felix. Delightful stuff. 185 Ks on that one. Good serve out wide again. As the forehand takes it into the open courts. And it is a 4-1 lead for Felix now. As they sit down and change sides. That's probably fair to say. What was Annette Contivate doing before that is my question. I'll have a search. Got Compliment King in the chat. Top of the dawning to you, David. Thank you. Welcome. Lovely, nice, quick start from Felix. Couldn't quite get a double break, but he recovers and holds serve. And you gotta say, mostly Tiafoe's good serving. They got him out of that situation just a second ago. Wasn't Felix's fault per se. Is Francis a slow starter? I'm not. Don't know. I think Djokovic is a slower starter than most people think. That's what I'd say. But let's see. Annette Contivate. Ranking history. Let's see. 17 in the world right now. Wow. I guess she is dropping rankings due to not defending your titles, to be fair. So she was 30 in the world before October, and then made her way all the way up to 7 by the end of the year. Second serve for Tiafoe is out. Law 15. Jean Roger won the Australian Open at 35 and went to the Wimbledon final at 37. Barring unforeseen injury, Novak will be there. I bet he plays to 40 if he escapes injury. It's a big call. It's a big call. Backhand slice of Felix. 400 Tiafoe. 400 Felix on the run. 400 Tiafoe. Felix back in as he gets to neutral. Backhand of Tiafoe. Backhand of Felix. Backhand of Tiafoe. 400 Felix. Oh, what spin on that forehand. Oh, what an angle he found. Tiafoe was pulled way off the court. And Felix finds himself.
All right, so that's just a little taste of the tennis channels, of what I've been watching, perusing, and I just wanted to, give you all a little taste of, part of what was the inspiration for Soul Power Tennis and why I decided to finally jump into it and get things going. And I'll do a separate broadcast. You know what? I'm here, so I might as well go ahead and do it. So this will be the broadcast highlighting the 2 tennis channels that that are my competition, my competitors. No, they're not my competitors per se, because what I do is a bit different. As you can see, I don't have all of the accoutrements and the software and all of that with what it is they have. Thank you for joining the broadcast. Please make sure you like, subscribe, comment if you'd like. But yeah, Game to Love, Ben and JG, their approach is more of like, how do I describe it? They're from London. They're from the UK. So they got some cool accents, and they're kind of like go back and forth with their banter. Sometimes it's just Ben, sometimes it's just JG who's on the broadcast. And, oftentimes it's them both. But Ben does it a bit more by himself. JG's always popping in and popping out. I don't know where the heck he's going. He's like, so they're like working and then they hop on and do a broadcast. But because they have full on careers, they designate other people like who you just saw, David, do the broadcast. And it goes well. So their approach, obviously it's a laid back approach. They talk about the sport. They might veer off and talk about other things involving the sport or they joke around a lot. They joke around, slapstick, tongue in cheek, dad jokes from time to time. And they just have a good rapport and a good energy and a vibe between them because they're good friends. They're like best friends. I think they're housemates. I don't know if they work together outside of Game to Love, but they seem like 2 cool guys. And I like their intro. I like the colors of the channel. I just like how they roll. And so that's why I was like, you know what? I'm going to become a member, I'll just say I'm going to become a member of this channel. Because I kind of discovered them first. I think I discovered Tennis Talk. I'm not sure who I discovered first, but I know that I started watching Game to Love first, like consistently. And this was like before like Ben and JG were even on there as like a duo. I didn't know who JG was when I first started watching. I knew about Ben. And then there was like some other guy whose name I'm forgetting, who was like from the US. And they were commentating on... What were they commentating on? It may have been the French Open, or no, it was probably more like Indian Wells, or Miami or something. It was sometime probably around March that I started watching Game to Love consistently. And it was like, oh, this is cool. And I had already seen and known about sports YouTube channels that have been propping up throughout the previous year or two. And I may have seen it come up on my feed and click on it for a few moments. And it's like, oh, this is interesting. You're not watching the match. You're not watching the game directly as the viewer. You're watching them commentate on the match as they're watching the match. And so it's kind of like they're the middleman. But the reason why I think it's cool, some people might be like, what? You're not watching the match or listening to the match directly. You're listening and watching someone else commentate on the match? And you can't even directly see the match? How does that work? Well, it's like, it's a bit more it's a different kind of entertainment and engagement. You know, it's like, because they're not just, they like I said, they might veer off and then they won't just talk about the match directly. They might veer off and talk about, you know, someone's love life, or what someone is wearing, or what, you know, what they're going through, or they'll just, you know, talk about life, you know, and then they'll go back to the match. So it's a bit more, not bit more, it's a different kind of entertainment and engagement that keeps you engaged. Instead of just watching the match directly, it's like you're watching a commentator commentate. You're watching and listening to a commentator commentate. So you're seeing their excitement, you're seeing their involvement, you know, you're seeing their commitment, you're seeing their nuances, you're seeing their style, you know, and their love, game to love for the sport of tennis. It's pretty beautiful. It's pretty cool, you know, and I think that, you know, different things connect us all as humans. And sport does that. Music does that. You know, food does that. You know, drink does that. So there's different things that connects us as human beings, regardless of what race or creed or color or background with where you come from. And sport does that. Tennis does that. And tennis is, you know, the second most, you know, international sport behind soccer, or, you know, football, as they may call in, you know, other parts of the world outside of the US. And, you know, here I am watching two British guys, or like I just showed you, you know, David, who's, I think he's Irish, so he's in Ireland, you know, streaming remotely. So he's like a satellite, you know, for Ben and JG. And they'll have, you know, others, and, you know, they got some phenomenal people, you know. This person might be in Wales. This person might be in the US. This person might be in South Africa. This person might be in, you know, it's like all over the world. So their approach is varied. And it's different, which makes them different than the other channel. But getting back to my point that I was making, you know, here I am watching two British guys, and on the other channel, an Australian guy, and I can easily identify. And here I am in Brooklyn, you know, New York. I'm in Brooklyn, New York. I'm in Brooklyn, New York. And I'm from Jersey, Newark, New Jersey to be exact, Brick City. You know, and here I am looking the way I look, you know, being a foundational Black American with locks, and, you know, having more melanin in my skin than those guys. And I love the sport just as much. You know, I'm passionate about it just as much. You know, otherwise I wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here. Thank you for supporting me. So it's like, I don't really care about their race or their creed. We're talking about the game that we love. We talk about the sport that we love. We're talking about players who inspire us as human beings and as athletes. So it brings us all together, and I love it, you know. So Game to Love, their approach, you know, because oftentimes it's Ben and JG, it's like a duo. You feel more of that community, you know, and it's both of them kind of highlighting, you know, different people who are in the chat, and conversations are being created and being had. And so you feel more of a community on Game to Love because of that, and because they have, like I said, different satellite commentators, anywhere from, you know, 5 to 10. And it's like, oh, so-and-so's doing the match, you know, this time. Oh, that one. You know, their approach, that commentator's approach is drastically different from that commentator's approach. But they both work. So you get to choose your preference. They'd be like, no, I don't want to see them. You know, I want to watch the broadcast, but I don't want to see them. I'll see, you know, so-and-so do the match tomorrow, you know. So you get to pick and choose who you want to watch. So it's pretty cool. Like, them as a team, you know, they're about 10 people, you know, 7 to 10 people strong. And you see these, you know, you see the team commentating from time to time. So it's definitely communal. It definitely, like, fosters and elevates the love for the game of tennis. It's beautiful. And, Ben and JG, easier on the eyes. At least one of them is a bit more than the other. I'm not going to say who, but but no, I got some love for those guys. We've celebrated some incredible moments, in my life this year because I love tennis. And unfortunately, I didn't get to. Thank you for joining. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment. I didn't get to see neither one of these particular broadcasts streaming the Australian Open live. And that would have been phenomenal to have seen, Ben and JG or Cam, commentating the men's final with what Rafael Nadal and Daniil Medvedev did in the men's final this year. That would have been a phenomenal treat because I was in tears. They were in tears. Rafa was in tears. The crowd was in tears. So it was like, wow, we didn't get to share that moment together, but I did go back and watch the playback, watch that broadcast from the Australian Open men's final. And it was just like the emotions and the energy that was coming out of Ben and JG. It was like I was reliving the moment, in a very, very rich, ripe way. And it was beautiful. And I, even brought some tears to my eyes, so the game to love. But I was there for when Rafa, won the French Open this year and made it to the semifinals of Wimbledon. And, the U.S. Open didn't go so well, for him. But, and, all the tournaments in between. And right now we're in the Paris Masters times. What you saw is what I showed is it was David commentating on the Paris Masters. So there's only essentially two large tournaments that are left in the tennis calendar, and both of them are happening this month of November. December is like the lull month in tennis. The only thing that would be going on is like very smaller tournaments, or if you have Davis Cup, where you have a country playing against a country or countries playing against countries, that might go on sometimes in December, or like I said, like very smaller, tennis tournaments. But in terms of the larger tournaments and just, tens of tennis players like playing actively and matches to watch, December is that month where it's like the off season in a way. So tennis essentially doesn't have an off season, but if there were to be an off season, it would be December. And then January, things rev back up. So January through, mid or the end of November is when the tennis season exists. The longest in-season sport of them all. So that is game to love. So the Paris Masters are happening in Paris, France. Big tournament. One of the, top 10, one of the 10, 11 Master Series tournaments. So this is one of like the larger tournaments outside of the Grand Slams, that being the Australian Open, the French Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open. That's worth 2,000 points. These Master Series are worth 1,000 points. In some cases, it might be 1,500. Rare cases, but it's 1,000. So these are the Master Series. So the Paris Masters is going on. And that's what David was commentating on. I haven't had my breakfast a little bit, and I'm a little bit sleepy, so I'm stumbling over my words, but I'll get it together. Let me take a step back and breathe and have some water from my sippy cup. And a bite out of the Big Apple. I'm a composter. That's a composted apple right there. It's not a racket. Behind me are the rackets. And 2 tennis balls. And some exercise equipment that I definitely need to utilize so that I can look like Rafael Nadal. Pardon me for chewing in your ear. Pardon me. So, game to love, Ben and JG, I love ya. Thank you for the great work. Keep it up. Thank you for enhancing my life and my well-being, and for creating a more inclusive, well-rounded tennis community around the world. It's much appreciated. You all did that, you know. They're nearing 50,000 subscribers. And I know that if Ben and JG, I don't, we'll just leave it at that. They're 2 cool dudes doing some great work. So, outside of them, my favorite commentator, I think I'm getting her name right, is Meredith. From Wales. Is it Meredith? I'm forgetting her name for the first time ever. I hope that her name is Meredith. Let me check something real quick. Let me put some music on because I wanna get her name right, and I wanna confirm that. So I'm gonna turn some music up for you all to enjoy. And I shall return very shortly. How about that? So let's do this. Like, subscribe, share. Notification bell, click it. Thanks for tuning in. We're just on a musical intermission as I transition to the next topic matter, and I find out some information. So thank you for tuning in. Welcome to Soul Power Tennis, and I'll be right forward. Enjoy the music. All right, welcome forward. I say welcome forward because we don't say welcome back here. We do things a bit differently over here. So, let me actually do this. Let me actually do this. Pardon me. Pardon me. Let's do this. Nice. I was able to find it. So I'm gonna give you a little taste of Ben and JG. Oh my word! Yeah, I'm gonna give you a little taste of Ben and JG. Let's do this. And I'm going to show you a little bit about what it is I was speaking about as it pertains to the Australian Open men's final, which is one of the greatest matches of all time, one of the greatest finals of all time for sure. So here we have Ben and JG. Let's turn this music down just a little bit more. Just a little bit. That should do it right there. Excuse me. And let's do this. So I'm going to back it up a little bit for you to get the gist. Let's see. Let's watch this just for a little bit.
I think he gets in a flow state in the latter stages of matches. And there's another big one. It's in again, but it's back in play from Rafa.
I don't know
He's
how.
guessing him. He's gone with the slice. Medvedev going with the top spin in the backhand side.
It's wide.
Medvedev wide
not
again.
It's the same, same shot.
Yeah, every time he goes cross-court backhand now, they're flying wide. I think he needs to stick to down the line, unless you're a Rafa fan.
Medvedev surely must be feeling a bit of pain in his shoulder. He must be getting a bit of a jelly elbow.
Well, the question is right now, he's the
He's
one
done
who's
it
been
again. Another big serve down the tee.
back in.
It's back in, though, and it's out. It's out. Rafa breaks a second time, and he's going to serve for the match another time here.
Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal!
Unbelievable.
What is going on? I feel delirious right now, JJ.
Delirious, that's for sure. Guys,
Thanks
if you want to support the channel, join our Patreon. It'll allow us to do a lot more live watch-alongs like this. We do have day jobs. We would want to do a lot more tennis podcasts and watch-alongs. If you join our Patreon, it allows that dream to be a reality. The link's in the description and in the live chat. And of course, you'll get 5 additional entries to win tickets for Roland Garros. So the best time now is to join the Patreon.
Make sure if you are just joining for this late part of this matchup, hit a like on this video, subscribe to Game to Love. Come on, we've been bringing you this through the night. It's on a different time zone. We've been jet lagged for 2 or 3 straight weeks, bringing you this action from the UK. This is the pinnacle right now. We're either having 21 Grand Slams or we're going to super tie break. Which one is it going to be?
You ready for the draw previews later on?
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm really not. I've got so much work I need to actually get done that I put off from Friday because of the tennis.
Well, here we go. I feel like we've been here before. Rafael Nadal serving for the match and 21. He was 30 love up last time and still got broken.
Yeah. Here we go.
Do people think this is going tie break? Do they think he's going to serve it out? Anyone's guess is as good as... I don't have a clue.
Backhand. Medvedev going power forehands right now. Now backhand into Nadal's backhand cross court. Good hitting from both players right now. Nadal groaning a lot on the baseline. Good backhand. It's into the net.
One.
One down. 3 to
Uno
go.
puntos.
Uno punto.
We have to start doing uno punto again.
Wow.
Dos puntos.
Not
yet.
Oh, my word. Gene's crying right now. I'm not surprised. Cheers to everyone who has joined us for this one, though. It is an epic.
Well, I'm sure they're enjoying it. It's a great match.
Super amazing. We go. Rafa serving. Out wide. It's long. He's 2 points away again.
Dos
History
puntos.
repeating
now
itself.
We can say it. Puntos, then.
Dos puntos. 3 puntos.
Un cerveza, por favor.
Bueno.
No, enough of that. It's 30 love.
30
2 points away for Rafael Nadal. I feel like this is a deja vu.
It is from the last service game at 5-4.
I hope not fully.
Oh,
ace! Is it an ace?
was it a net cord? It is! It is!
It's 3 championship points for Rafael Nadal. Close call. It just clips the outside of the line.
Match point.
Well,
so I thought I heard the net cord. That was all.
No, 3 championship points. Rafael Nadal. He just needs one of these. One of these for 21 Grand Slams.
My word.
He was 2 sets down. 2 sets down.
Can he set records right now? He's got 3 chances. Can he do it at the first attempt? It's back in play. Forehand from Nadal. For the volley. Yeah. It's too good! He's done it!
Rafael Nadal has won his 21st Grand Slam. He's beaten Daniel Medvedev 7-5 in the 5th set. It's just been an absolute epic occasion. I can't believe he's done it. Rafael Nadal,
What? The...
second time Australian Open champion. He throws it, he kicks the tennis ball up into the sky. Vamos!
Hey! Vamos! Hey! Vamos! Rafael Nadal!
Unbelievable.
How must this man be feeling right now, man? This is incredible. This is history. This is 21 Grand Slams for Rafael Nadal right now. Can you believe what you just witnessed? He just came back from 2-0 down on his worst ever Grand Slam, come back from injury to beat the best hardcourt player on the tour in this tournament in 5 sets.
In the world, the best player in the world right now. Thanks
I'm just
everyone for joining us. I
blown
can't
away,
believe
mate.
it. Obviously, we're going to be dissecting this, talking about it in detail, every single minute as it happens. Right now, I think we just sit back, reflect, enjoy it, soak it in. Rafa celebrating with the crowd. You can feel the atmosphere.
Incredible.
I've never seen an atmosphere like it. Everyone on their feet. It's just one of the most emotional, hugest, biggest moments I've ever witnessed. Probably one of the greatest moments I've ever witnessed in my life. It's just bizarre. I gave up on him. I didn't see a chance back. I didn't believe he could get back. Medvedev playing so well. Even in that 5th set, Medvedev fighting hard, doing what he has to do. And right now, it's just insane. He's got number 21.
It's incredible. I'm absolutely blown away right now. I didn't think I'd feel this emotional about Rafa winning 21, but
No, I can sense it.
I think it's just literally incredible, mate. I'm actually like,
Well, we've got Ilya Marchenko in. Thanks for joining us, mate. What a match. He's an amazing comeback completed. Where would you rank that, Marchenko, for one of the greatest comebacks ever in tennis? For me, I'm trying to think of other ones.
The
I
greatest.
think it is the greatest. I genuinely think it's one of the biggest comebacks of all time in sport. I've never really witnessed something like it. I didn't think it was possible, if I'm honest.
I'm
really
blown
didn't.
away. I'm just literally
Look at
blown
everyone.
away.
Look at everyone going, man. I can't wait to hear what they've got to say. I feel like we have to stick around just to hear it. We've done this long.
All right. So that was an extended sharing of the work that Ben and JG does. I'm so thankful that you got an opportunity to bear witness to their energy, their faces, their style, their approach, their setup, and just their love, man, their love. And, you know, Game to Love, Ben makes these little snippets like you saw. He makes like these short videos, these short video clips of the majority of like the top 50 tennis players. He has a lot. He has tens of them. But you saw the one on Rafael Nadal. That's what he makes for the players. So it's like that's a nuance to the channel that I was like, I'm with this. This is creative. This is interesting. This is engaging. This is fun. This is silly. This is awesome. This is just different. You'll never see something like that watching a tennis match straight on. Watching, like being at a tennis match or watching it on TV and just watching commentators speak about the match. You won't see an element like that. So this is why the middleman, as I'll call them, is pretty cool and pretty important, because it's just like you can throw in something like that and be like, what? Who thought of this? This is so creative and so cool. Kudos to them for even coming up with that. So that's a little nuance and element that I very, very much love about the channel and why I'm like, subscribed, and why I'm a channel member. I just think they're just phenomenal human beings. Well, that's saying a lot. They do a phenomenal job with Game to Love. So, and that person's name, I'm so thankful that I took the time out to actually find out what her actual name was. And I apologize because I'm like, how the freak could I mess that up? That's never happened before. I don't know why that other name was in my head, but this is actually who it was. So I'm gonna give you all a little taste of her commentating.
Almost clipped the net, and it's gone long from Yannick Sinner. Oh, that was unlucky. Back.
Now, just for context, when the broadcast first started, I showed you Tennis Talk with Cam Williams. That was actually a live stream, a live broadcast of him broadcasting on Francis Tiafoe and Felix Auger Aliassime, their live match at the Masters, because it's in Paris, so it's like 5-6 hours ahead. So, and he's in Australia, so he's like 16 hours ahead. So his time is different than the time of the match, which is different than where I'm at. So you literally have 3 different time zones on planet Earth. Rarely does other sports do this consistently as much as tennis does it. You could be watching the Australian Open. It's a 16-hour time difference. And if you're watching the middleman, the commentator, they could be ahead by 5-6 hours or 16 hours. It's just pretty interesting. It's kind of wacky and bizarre. But that was a live broadcast, a live feed that I was showing you. And then the same thing with David on Game to Love. David is in Ireland, and that's like 5 or 6 hours ahead as well. So those were live feeds that I was showing you. What I just played for you just now was a playback, a replay of the broadcast that Ben and JG did of the Australian Open earlier this year, 2022, with Rafael Nadal playing Daniil Medvedev for the men's championship. So that's what that was. And then this, excuse me, with what I'm showing you with Megan from Wales is a replay snippet of the incredible, legendary, classic match between Carlos Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner. One from Italy, one from Spain. So here's a little taste of Meredith. Here's a little taste of Megan. Eminem, I tell you. So here we go. Enjoy.
To juice we go. Back to juice. Manners. I can tell you that it is a lot better than watching that. For some reason, I did watch the whole of that Isner Mao Wimbledon match years ago. And this is far superior. But yes, history being made. It has to be. Sam, I feel like I might start flagging soon, but I'm still running on adrenaline right now. Oh, it's into the net by Sinner! And it's break back point, Carlitos. Break back point. I probably should get well, I'm a tea drinker, but I can't. I don't want to miss this match. Okay, it's break point. Carlos with the forehand. Yannick Sinner goes down the middle. Carlos with the backhand. Yannick Sinner is into the net. Well, it's a break back. He's broken back, and we're back at 3-all in the decider.
Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos. Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
Carlos serving at 3-all, and it's an excellent 1-2. The wide serve and then the forehand into the open court. 15 love. I feel you all. I honestly, unbelievable who is writing this script. It's just tennis court. 15 all, and now Yannick is fist pumping. His box can barely watch. Yannick's box can barely watch. 15 all. Nearly at 450 likes. Big time serve for Carlos Alcaraz, the ace out wide. Ace, just ace number 4 in over 5 hours. But you'll take it. Sorry, ace number 5. No, yeah, number 4. Sorry, that was a little confusing stat there. Yeah, 4 aces for Alcaraz, 8 for Sinner, 5 double faults for Alcaraz, 11 for Sinner. 2 points away. Finds an excellent serve down the tee. Now the forehand from Carlos, forehand from Sinner. Backhand down the line goes Carlos, cross court goes Sinner. Oh, we got the short ball here, and it's into the net for Carlos. 30 all. 30 all. The Italian flags are flying in the crowd. Oh my. I'm so out of words. I don't know what else to say anymore. I can just watch this in amazement. And okay. 2 points. Second serve, Carlos. And the return's gone long. It's match point. And this time, it's Carlos Alcaraz's match point.
Match point.
Match
Sinner
point.
has had a match
So I'm
point.
commentating
And
on the
now
commentator who's
it's
commentating
Carlos.
on the match.
40-30. An hour after Sinner had his first match point, we've got match point for Carlos. As he takes some time here, just waiting for the crowd to settle. Oh! Oh my god. An ace! It's just ace number 5 of the match. Carlos Alcaraz. That's just... Oh, that is gonna sting for Yannick Sinner. He served for it. He had match point. But Carlos Alcaraz has come through in 5. My partner has literally just woken up for work and I've not been to bed yet. Thanks, Compliment King. I've been initiated. As Carlos falls to his knees. And that sums it up for me exactly. Happy and sad at the same time. Both of these guys deserved to win that. Honestly, I'm gutted that one of them had to lose. Really am. Carlos can't believe it. He cannot believe it. I don't think any of us can believe.
Okay. Wow. Reliving the moments. Now, that was the semifinal match, the quarterfinal match between Yannick Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz from this year's U.S. Open. So that was only a few months ago. This is November. You know, that match took place pretty much almost exactly 2 months ago. And I just had to give you a little taste of Megan and how brilliant she is as a commentator, and her nuances of her voice and her presentation, and just her spirit, you know. And she's my favorite. Now Ben and Jay, like I like all the different satellite commentators that they have in different ways. They're just drastically different, you know. I wish I could like name all of them. Maybe I'll do a highlight on them all at some point, like a separate broadcast. But Megan is just like, her voice is just top pro voice. You know, she has that nasally sound, but just it's just awesome, you know. Now Ben and JG in particular, like Ben, you know, has his own style. Like he'll be drinking just down in those beers, and he has a beard, and it's just a lot more variables that are going on. You know, the background and all the different accoutrements. So that is Game to Love. It's a game to love. So thank you guys and gals. Thank you all. Bless you. Love you. Now, switching over to Tennis Talk with Cam. Tennis Talk with Cam Williams. Now, I may have seen Cam come up on my feed first, maybe like a year ago. Just over a year ago. And I was like, what is this? I was like, I'm not watching this. I was like, nah, I wanna see the match directly. Why am I gonna watch you? You know? And it wasn't just a him thing. It was, you know, I just wasn't big into this middle person kind of situation and setup. It was just like, my focus is, I was accustomed to either watching the match either in person or live on TV or listening to it. You know, like tennis radio. Excuse me. So that's what I was accustomed to and familiar with, and that's what I felt comfortable with. However, over the previous 2-3 years, you have channels such as Game to Love and Tennis Talk. And the same thing applies for basketball, baseball, football. Like, it's all over the place in all kinds of sports. And now I watch other content creators who are doing something similar for that particular sport. So I saw Cam, if I'm correct and recalling correctly, first a while back, and I was like, this is kind of interesting, but not my thing. So I just, you know, tuned out. And I think he popped up on my feed a few times later, and I was like, you know, at that point, I had started to get a bit more familiar with what was going on with these middlemen online sports, you know, commentating. So I have been watching somebody in basketball, you know, discovered somebody in football. So when Cam came up on my feed again later on in the year, probably somewhere around, I want to say February, March, the same time I started watching Game to Love, is when I was like, oh, that's that guy again? That's that channel again? And I tapped in and I tuned in, and I haven't stopped since. And I'm thankful. Tennis Talk is a bit different. I'll show you. I'm trying to think of a match. Trying to think of a match where I want to show Cam kind of going. Oh, I know. Let's go with. Let's go with the same exact match that I showed Megan commentating on. Let's go with the same exact match. Yeah, let's do that. And let's go to where it was, you know, thick at. So let's do that right now. Thank you all for being with me. I really appreciate you all tuning in, watching this broadcast. And yeah, it's awesome. So let's do this. My phone is... Hold on. Somebody just asked me, am I going live? Hold on. Just a moment. Live now. Live now on my tennis channel. So let's do this. Yep. Boom. So you can see, the software or the look of the channel, of what goes on Tennis Talk. And this was the quarterfinal at the U.S. Open this year between Yannick Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz, two men who aren't even over 22 years of age. I think Yannick is like 21, maybe 22 at the max. I want to say 21, and Carlos is 19, Carlito. So let's get this going and let's move this forward and let's tune in. Let's see what Cam has got going on. And you can see the time differences as well. You see Australia, it was 11:13. New York, it was 11:13 a.m. in Australia, 9:13 p.m. in New York, 2:13 a.m. in London, and 3:13 a.m. in Paris. International, baby, international. Let's do this though. And you see, this is Cam, and you see he has a little, picture of, or the frame picture of Serena, because this year at the U.S. Open, Serena had retired. So he's paying homage to her, paying homage to the queen. So thank you for doing that, Cam. Much appreciated. And then he, on the other side, he had Rafa and Federer. Now, Cam, but we'll get into the details, the deets, as they say. Let's listen in for just a little bit.
Serve to the forehand of Sinner, and Sinner hits it out. Sinner hits it out. 4-2 in the third. If you're just joining us, Alcaraz could have had a 2-sets-to-love lead. He could have had it. 4-set points, no. 5-set points. Couldn't convert them. And Sinner took the set. But it won't mean anything if he wins this in 4. Okay, 4-2. Start throwing haymakers again. That's where we're at right now. We're in the 5th round of a UFC bout for the for not even a championship. It's just for a win. As Alcaraz hits it in the net, 15-love. That's where we're at right now. That's where we're at. All right, 15-love. 15-love. This is Nadal Djokovic level as well. Yeah, this is savagery. This is savagery. The scoreline, everything. Yeah, this is Rocky versus Ivan Drago in Rocky 4. That's true. So it's got those vibes. Serve out wide at the backhand of Alcaraz. That backhand goes into the forehand of Sinner. Forehand from Alcaraz into the forehand of Sinner. Alcaraz backhand, cross court. Sinner gets a backhand, also cross court, but that one goes long from Yannick Sinner. It's 15-all. It's 15-all. It is a great match. It is a great match. 15-all. Alcaraz is 2 games away from the win, just so you know. He's not that far away. Sinner was match point, so he's a little bit closer, but serve. Out wide, great serve. It comes back though. Forehand from Sinner into the back end. And it's nuts. Forehand to forehand. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Sinner tries to survive. Forehand down the line to the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand of Sinner into the forehand of Alcaraz. To the forehand of Sinner. Forehand from Alcaraz down the line. Sinner with the backhand on the stretch. Alcaraz with the slice. He gets it. Sinner with the forehand cross court. Alcaraz down the line. To the backhand of Sinner. Alcaraz runs. Slice. To the backhand of Sinner down the line of the net. What a point. What a point. What are they doing?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
What time is it? 3 a.m. What are you doing? 15 love. 15 love. 5 hours, 12 minutes. That's where we're at right now. The women's semi-finals tomorrow. The women's semi-finals tomorrow. Then the men's semis, then the finals. 15 love. Alcaraz serves the forehand of Sinner. Forehand now Alcaraz is out. 15 all. 15 all. And Sinner's like, yeah, we're going to come back too. Let's do it. These guys are so stubborn. So stubborn. And quite frankly, they're so selfish. How dare they play this long match when all these poor people in the stands want to go to bed? How dare they? They're so selfish. 15 all. Serve is an ace. Bang! His fourth ace of the match, Alcaraz. 30-15. 2 points away from the semis. Man, oh man. I'm not even going to start talking about anything because when I say something, it's going to the opposite happen. So I'm not going to say it. 30-15. No monologue, no nothing. 30-15. Serve down to the forehand of Sinner. Forehand of Alcaraz. Into the forehand of Sinner. To the backhand of Alcaraz. Forehand from Sinner cross court to the forehand of Alcaraz. Into the forehand of Sinner. Again to the forehand of Alcaraz who puts it in the net. 30 all. See what I mean? 30 all. 30 all. 30 friggin' all.
Unbelievable.
Yep. Rafa knows.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
He's probably waking up going, oh, you guys still playing? Thank God I'm not playing. Imagine if Rafa was the one they had to play next. I'd retire. I'd just be like, no, I'm out. I played my final. I'm good. I want to play Rafa next. They got Big Foe next. Winner plays Big Foe on Friday. Friday night. 30 all. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Alcaraz serves to the backhand of Sinner, and that goes out on the return. Match point, Alcaraz. He saved a match point in the fourth set, and he's now got one for himself. Carlos freaking Alcaraz is about to make a semi-final in the most difficult way possible. Record-breaking way. It's not going to be the longest match yet, but it's the latest match of all time. As Sinner waits for the crowd to sit down. Alcaraz serves to take his spot alongside Tiafoe in the semis. He serves in. It's an ace! It's an ace! It's an ace! And Carlos Alcaraz is going to the semis. What in the hell did we just witness? The greatest match of the year. Possibly the longest match of the year. And they hug it out. Tough beat for Sinner. That was a tough beat for Sinner. This close. Carlos Alcaraz does it in 5 hours, 5 sets. As Juan Carlos Ferrero looks like he played a 5-set match. He looks like he played 5. And now Alcaraz is going to play Big Foe. How in the hell is that going to look? Oh, man. And Juan Carlos Ferrero is like, you, buddy. That was you. And Sinner's like, get me a wheelchair.
So now let's go to the Aussie Open. And we're just gonna, we're just, giving little sneak peeks of the same exact matches. And just to get the energy, get the vibe, get the flagrance. If that's a new word. Fragrance and the flair. Sorry about that. Apologies. Yeah, get a flavor for what is what. So let's do this. Let's take it back to where things were. Let's watch.
Second player to win 22 slams at all the slams. It'll be the second, right?
Glasses. Whoa, it must have been serious.
He'll be the second, right? Because Djokovic did it. Here we go. One game. Medvedev serving, though. He serves. Down the tee. It comes back. Backhand of Medvedev. Into the forehand of Rafa. That goes in. Medvedev just gets it. Backhand slice from Rafa. Goes into the forehand of Medvedev. Forehand from Rafa goes into the backhand of Medvedev. That's a good shot. And Rafa goes down the line!
This is gonna be on Tennis TV, bro.
3 points away from goatness. Love 15. And that was a Rafa shot. Just a whip. The forehand down the line winner. Is that Iga Swiatek? Iga Swiatek's in the crowd. She can't believe it. She cannot believe it. Second serve coming up. Medi. Soak it in as we get a return there. Medvedev with a backhand down the line. Slice from Rafa. In the net. Medvedev survives. 15 all. It's all happening. Now I know how that guy with the GoPro that watches the trains must feel. I'm all giddy and shit. Fault from Medvedev, 15 all. You know the guy that wears the GoPro and then the train goes, doo, and he's like, woo! That's me with tennis. I'm the tennis guy. I'm that guy with tennis. Anyway, slice from Rafa to the backhand of Medi. Backhand Rafa, volley Medi in the open court. Smart. Medvedev still out here playing chess. 30-15.
I'm commentating on the commentator.
You know that
commentating
guy?
On the match.
Come on. You know what I'm saying?
I'm commentating on the commentator's commentary while commentating the match.
Serve out wide is a fault.
Cam
Second
is
serve.
lit right now, man. All the way lit.
Can Medvedev hold the game just to make Rafa serve it out? No, because he double faults. He double faults. 30 all. 2 points away from goatness.
Cam is lit. Cam has amazing hair.
30 all.
Phenomenal
serve out wide
hair.
to the backhand of Rafa.
Like
backhand from Medvedev goes into the forehand
like the
of Rafa.
body,
Medvedev with the backhand down the line. Rafa with the backhand of his own. Medvedev with the backhand. Again to the backhand slice of Rafa. And that goes wide.
Energy, it's amazing.
Medi survives.
All right, let's get back to it.
Medi survives. 40-30. As Medvedev serves a fault. He almost hit an ace. Rafa was walking. Second serve. Medvedev goes to the forehand of Rafa. Backhand now Medvedev. Drop shot is too good. And Medvedev does his job. Come on! Hold serve. Make Rafa win this. One game away. One game away from goatness. One game away from goatness. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't already. All the donos, we're going to get to the donations at the end of the match. We're going to get there. Thank you, Peter, Lee, Josh, Ryan, Nikhil, Pam. I see them all. We're going to get to them at the end because this match is way too important to... we've got to call the end of this. What a match. Again, thank you, everybody who subscribed and liked the video. Thank you so much, everybody out there. I'm not... Medvedev gets it. Backing out from Rafa down. In the net! Oh no! Oh no! 4 points time. Rafa serves. Medvedev returns. It's out. 3 points away. Come on! 3 points away. Rafa Nadal. 5 hours, 11 minutes played. It will be, if it's 4 more minutes, it will be the second longest match of Rafa's career. It'll be the longest match with a win and if it's 4 minutes long. 15 love. Serve out wide to the back end of Medvedev. Forehand from Rafa into the open court. Medvedev gets it. Volley Rafa. Medvedev can't get that.
Unbelievable.
He can't get that.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
30 love. Soak it in. History. We're right here for it. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video. If Rafa wins, we've got something very special. And don't leave after the stream because you'll miss out. We're doing a giveaway if Rafa wins. It's a special, it's something we've done before, but it's something new. But we've done it before, but you stick around. Rafa serves to the backhand of Medi. Forehand from Rafa into the forehand of Medvedev. Rafa on the stretch gets it, but it goes long. It goes long. Medvedev survives. 30-15. 30-15. How are the nerves? How are we feeling in the chat? Just one word in the chat to express your feelings right now. One word. How are we feeling, chat? 30-15. And a fault. Second serve. 1 o'clock in the morning. Apologies to my neighbors, but if they should be awake. I mean, this is crazy. Why would you sleep? Second serve. Double fault. Uh-oh. 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 30 all. Rafa's serving though. And he's a goat. He serves. Oh, a fault. Can't buy a first serve. Second serve. Type in the chat one word, how you feeling. Second serve, Rafa. Is into the backhand of Medvedev. Forehand from Rafa. Into the backhand of Medvedev. Going into the forehand of Rafa. Medvedev with the backhand down the line. Rafa in trouble. Medvedev with a forehand. Goes into the backhand of Rafa. He gets it. Medvedev forehand is a winner. Medvedev's got breakback point. Come on. The GOAT Reaper has break point. Oh shit. Oh shit. Rafa needs a first serve. He needs a first serve. The crowd are going nuts. Imagine 20,000 of me. That's what's happening. Holy shit. Now Rafa's been going out wide on the backhand side every break point. Rafa gets a warning for taking too much time, but he doesn't care. He's like, look, guys, it's break point this time. I mean, I don't care. I'm taking time. First serve, Rafa. Out wide to the backhand of Medvedev. Forehand of Rafa in the open court. Medvedev gets it. Backhand out from Rafa down. In the net! Oh no! Oh no! Medvedev breaks back! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Look, I love Medi, but mate, you didn't read the assignment. You forgot to read the script. It was supposed to be Rafa. Holy shit. Medvedev's coach is just losing his mind. And Medvedev serves a 5-all in the fifth. What is happening? Serve now. And Medvedev falls. And thanks everyone for subscribing. Don't forget to subscribe. 2 points. 2. The backhand of Rafa. Backhand of Medvedev to the forehand of Rafa. Into the backhand of Medvedev. That goes into the backhand of Rafa. Good shot. Medvedev in the nets.
Unbelievable.
And it's now 15-love. You'll be telling your kids about this. Your grandkids. I know I will.
So my other camera decided to shut off, so I had to switch cameras. You can see me. Just want to take a little break. And again, this broadcast is impromptu. In terms of I knew that I wanted to wake up to see the Tiafoe and Felix match, but I didn't know that I was going to be broadcasting for this amount of time, or that I would, that I would. Which way do I want to go? Let's just go. I want to go center somewhere. Let's just go right here for now. Let's go right here for now. So I knew that I wanted to highlight tennis for sure. That I knew. And I'm just excited. So we're creating this as we go. There's no script. There's no format per se. We're just creating this as we go. I went a bit too far back on the cam video, but we're almost done. We're going to watch the end of the match. So thank you all for your patience and for being here. We're going to go, to a solid 2 hours, more than likely. Hi, camera 2. Welcome. So let's continue onward.
If I ever have them, or if they ever show up on my doorstep and unannounced with a Swedish accent. Exposed. Too much information. All right, back to the match. 15-love. Or Swiss, I forget. Anyways, 15-love. Backhand return goes out! 2 points. 2 points from Goatness. 30-love Rafa. 30-love Rafa. He was here already in the last game. Can he do it again? Can he do it and get it done this time? He serves an ace! Championship point!
Unbelievable.
Rafa Nadal is on the doorstep of Goatness. He's been banging on that door for the last hour. And now he's about to crash through it. 40-love championship point. Rafa Nadal to take 21 slams. He's got 3 chances. He serves. Into the backhand of Medvedev. Forehand from Rafa. Goes into the forehand of Medvedev. Volley from Rafa. Medvedev gets it, but he can't get it. Rafa's got 21. Rafa's got 21. The GOAT. The GOAT. The GOAT. 21 slams, Rafa Nadal. And we have just witnessed one of the greatest matches in the history of the game. And Rafa's just kicking tennis balls around and pointing at the crowd. He wins an Australian Open for the second time. Finally! Finally! He's on his knees. Let's go! Let's go! That's what I'm fucking talking about! That's what I'm fucking talking about! As he walks to his stand and he hugs and kisses everybody. All right, everybody, don't leave. We're doing a giveaway. Fuck it, we're doing it. We're doing a giveaway. Screw it. And I'll show you what we're giving away.
So, that was Cam. Woo, that was intense. That was intense. So, Cam has well over 100,000 subscribers. One-man show. Doing it on his own, you know, as far as I know. And this guy doesn't sleep. I mean, he does just as many matches as Game to Love. Not to compare, but just to keep it real. He does just as many matches as all of the Game to Love commentators, but he's one person. And I would say he even does more. Now, granted, he's made this his full-time job, and he's also a tennis coach as well. I think Ben and JG work in like accounting or finance or something like that. So Cam has a bit more flexibility. You know, he teaches his tennis classes and then he'll live stream. So this is like his full-time situation, and he's devoted so much time, energy, and attention to it. So it's grown tremendously, and just who he is, his approach, as you saw, his energy, his style, his flair, his pure passion for the game and for what's going on is just unmatched. And so you can have a team or it could just be you. Now, obviously, I'm sure he has a team who's helping them in some way, but in terms of being the front man or being the face or the head honcho, the captain of the ship, you know, it's just him. So whatever approach you choose, you can be successful at. You know, a nuance of his channel is that he'll do different graphics on the screen, and like you saw, you know, the frame picture of Serena up there, the miniature, I don't want to call them dolls, figurines of Rafa and Roger. You know, like if somebody gets bageled, he has like the bakery, and he'll just like stack up the screen with tons of bagels or, you know, baguettes and. So, you know, different nuances, and I'm just amazed about with the energy level that he has and how he day in and day out throughout this year has been able to do so many matches live, and just live stream. So, you know, and even just watching and listening to him now, I'm like, man, what would my energy be like if I was doing the same exact thing as Cam and as Ben and JG? I'm like, man, I can do that. My energy. Now, obviously, they have more of the technical lingo, you know, to certain aspects of the game than I have. But, you know, I can do my thing, and I may start doing that. I just want to, you know, have a different approach to what it is we do here. You know, let's do this. Nope, that's not gonna work. Don't like how low it is. But I'm gonna make it work. So, you know, just in closing, super inspired by Cam, and it just, you know, shows you that if you're passionate about something and, you know, you put your all into it, that you can achieve great things. And his channel is just growing rapidly, and he's going to the top, man. And I'm just super thankful for his work and his contribution to my life and my love for sports and tennis in particular. So, you know, for you, Cam, you know, I don't really have to say much, because what it is I just played is full proof of the work that you're doing and who you are and your contribution to the sport, and just your contribution on earth. So thank you. I've subscribed to his channel, and you know, the Australian, because he's an Aussie, the Australian spirit is just, you know, fire. And I've been to the 4 countries that host Grand Slams: Australia, London, Paris, and the US. But I've only been at the US Open Grand Slam, in contrast to the other ones. But I've been to Australia, and it's like that fighting, feisty spirit, you know, athletic and just feisty. So, you know, I appreciate that, because although it may not seem like that's in me, when it comes to sports and I'm watching and or I'm participating, my energy level is just like Cam. I am pumped the fuck up. Pardon the language that he was using, but I'm pumped up. I'm yelling, "Come on, let's go!" You know, and I want you all to see that side of me. So that is Tennis Talk with Cam Williams. Thank you, man. Keep up the great work. Salute. So yeah, so to Game to Love, Ben and JG, to Cam, keep it up, man. I see you. And that pretty much concludes this broadcast, but we're going to go back to the start of things, and we're going to see what's going on with the Felix and Aliassime match. What is this? Hold on. What is this? It's been a long broadcast. I've outlasted my camera. Wait, what the freak? Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Okay, well. It is what it is, what it is, what it is. So, well, this is the one that we stepped away from. This is Francis and Felix. Let's see how it turned out. Let's watch a little bit. Oh man,
he might just do enough, but
it's a little thrashing there.
We'll see what happens next. The next match, if he does get through this one, he's 5 points away. 30-15. Yeah, we'll check that into the junior records. But they might have played, like, when players say that, they might have said, like, you know, we played in practice 10 times as well. So maybe some of those were practice matches as well. Like, when players say that, they might have said, like, you know, we played in practice 10 times as well. So maybe some of those were practice matches as well when they were juniors. But we'll go into that in the next match. We'll go through their 30 all. Tiafoe serves. Out wide of the forehand of Felix is a let.
You see the visuals.
Tiafoe with the serve. Serve is a fault from Tiafoe. Second serve. Marjan Bu versus Alvaca. Marjan Ru. There's a bit of serve now. Double fault.
Get myself in there.
It makes sense that it was a double fault. Match point Felix to take the dub and play another semi-final. Keep the streak alive. $30-40. Tiafoe with the serve. His last match of the year. Big Foe. He's had a great season, Big Foe. Top 20 for the first time. Beat Nat Raffer at the Slam. Got to a US Open semi. Second serve now, the back of Felix, and Felix hits it wide. Felix is going to challenge.
That ball was on the line. Shot flew up.
If it's in, it's going to be a replay. If it's out, it is not. And that ball was.
You cannot be serious.
So it's deuce. But
So yeah. So that is that. We're back at it. Let me see if All right, now we're actually back. So yeah, anytime you switch cameras and sometimes like the mic will do different things and cut off and you just turned it back on, like I just turned it on as you saw, and then it was like went off and so on and so forth. But that's my cue. I know this broadcast was all over the place like my hair. So thank you all for your patience, your time, your commitment. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share, click the notification bell. And the goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers by January 1st, 2023. And I'm going to try to make more video content, even if I don't do a full-on broadcast on this channel daily or 3 to 5 times a strong instead of week. I'll try to post something daily. So my other channels are Osmosis the Compostist. You'll find me, and The Compliment King. That's why you saw that name in the chat as we were watching the channels. So that concludes this broadcast, and I want to speak about the elephant in the room. So this is Soul Power Tennis, and again, it's general. We talk about, or we have a different nuance to the approach to the game, which is what you saw. This was different than what those two channels do. In addition to that, the specific focus is on the contributions of Black folk, foundational Black Americans, to be specific, to the game of tennis. And the impetus for starting this particular broadcast today and getting up at 8 a.m.-ish and turning on the camera at 9:15-ish is because I wanted to highlight these two beautiful, brilliant, incredible black men who are playing the game of tennis, the sport of tennis at its highest level. And that's Francis Tiafoe and Felix Auger Aliassime. And so I think I did that, paid homage, and I want to acknowledge their contributions to the sport and just continue to climb. Yeah, I want them to continue to climb, and they will. First time in years that it's been two black men who are in the top 20 of tennis, and it's just beautiful. So congratulations on Francis Tiafoe on having an incredible year. And because I think he played his last match of the year just now, and Felix came out the winner in this particular matchup, and Felix is going to the ATP finals, so catch him there. That should be exciting. I think it's first time there, and wishfully next year Francis will be there. So congrats to Felix as well. Great year. And he's red hot right now. So he's winning it all, it appears. And Rafa, you've had a tough week, strong, but you're gonna come back even stronger and have a great tournament at the ATP finals. And Novak as well. But the elephant in the room that I want to speak on is, we focusing on black people and their contribution to the sport. But here it is, I, showed you 5 people who don't fit into that category. But like I said, the sport of tennis brings us together. Sport in itself does that. And I'm thankful that there's that element that's in my life that, brings us together. It allows you, or it keeps any discriminatory thoughts and practices that you have at bay, and just say, hey, you're human, you're here. Let's be present and let's enjoy this moment in time together as humans. And so that's what the game that I love and why I'm talking about it does to and for me. And, as I'm watching them, sometimes like race doesn't even come to mind. It's more about what's going on. So thank you for keeping us human. And thank you. So it's over 2 hours now. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share. And with that being said, we shall make our exit out. And until next time, please make sure you stay tuned and make sure you stay in tune. I'm Akmo Sari. This has been So Powered Tennis. I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you.